Ladies and gents, boys and girls, all you gonna faithful, not gonna faithful, welcome back. We are here again. I'm your host Regis, and I've got my man Salam. We're gonna talk everything Arsenal. We're gonna talk everything that's happened this weekend. Game week 12 EPL, exciting times. Man City struggling, Arsenal flying, Tottenham doing best stuff. Ruben Amorim at the helm. Manchester United, his first game. We'll dissect all these things in a very short while. So yes, stick around, man. Thank you for coming here. If you're here, I beg you please, if you're listening to us, subscribe, leave us a comment, and tell us what we can do to do better. We just want to talk football, have a good chat. Yes, and that's basically what it is. Assalam, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. You were at the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's start from that game. Arsenal Forest. Mikel Arteta obviously shuffling the team, doing Partey out, brought in Jorginho, Calafiori back from injury, straight into our left back position. Timber playing our right back, where I thought he was firm, he was comfortable there. Obviously, we know Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba, David Raya, and most importantly, Odegaard pulling the strings in midfield. How much did we miss this guy?
Well, I said this severally, when you were very annoyed and ranting at the time, again, we'll dissect why we find ourselves in a situation where, of course, he's our key player. I've always said he's our most important player, but why did we get to a place where we lose our most important player and we play completely different, from what you understand? It's so much of a diversion from normal when he plays to when he doesn't play. But I feel we will dissect that maybe later in the season, at the end of the season when we're looking at the review. But back to the game itself. What a pleasant, of first half, and in fairness, 90 minutes. Beautiful squad rotation, people like Havertz, Martinelli, and Rice did not even kick a ball.
Yeah.
Partey had 45 minutes, which is what a proper squad should look like. Ability to rotate,
come out with results.
It boils down to the ridiculous importance of Martin Odegaard. And without a shadow of doubt, aside from Kevin De Bruyne, is probably the best creative midfielder in the league. And it's so unfortunate, I was looking through, almost all teams in the Premier League. Probably Cole Palmer. In fact, I don't really feel Cole Palmer as a number 10. You understand?
He's not that level yet. You understand? But he's got something. I think Bruno.
But we are so short of creative midfielder in
just the way the football is right now.
And the first half, particularly the first 30 minutes, was absolutely brilliant. We run them around. People might easily forget that Forest were equally having a good couple of weeks, before going to Newcastle and all of that. So they are not, so far this season, they've been doing exactly. They've been doing brilliantly. But the first 30 minutes, we caged them. We outplayed them. We created chances. Odegaard was just pulling crazy strings. Saka with his, customary goal and assist as usual. It was all brilliant from everyone. And the even more impressively, in the second half, everybody he brought in made, a significant impact. Partey got a goal. Ryan Sterling with a brilliant assist. But one day he continued his development with a brilliant goal as well, becoming the 9th youngest, person to score in the Premier League. So it just reminisce. You want to think about how exactly, how much did we miss, Odegaard, and what would have happened if he was absent. But I hope we can.
I just feel like he makes the entire team tick. He's making Saka move faster. He's making.
There was an analysis in Sky Sport which I really, really thoroughly enjoyed after the game. after, well, I mean, was it match of the day? I think, or match of the day by was Shearer. He said something very important that, see, when Odegaard plays, he links up beautifully with Saka on the right wing. However, his movement alone takes two players along with him, and what that does, it frees Saka a little bit, because normally everybody doubles,
two players,
exactly,
on Saka
doubles on
times,
Saka.
yeah.
But when Odegaard plays, because of his own danger and creativity, you cannot afford to. And again, the Partey's goal, he made a cutting run into the box, which took
drag the defender
along with him and created that space for Partey. See, those are intelligent things that you just have it or you don't have it.
But you see, during that our dry spell, like you rightly mentioned, why did Mikel, well, you wouldn't know the answer, but I'm still going to. I say, why Mikel changed his system so much?
Yes.
It would have been easier. Look, I saw Jorginho start that game. I'm like, where was Jorginho when we're going through that spell and we just needed somebody to stay holding? If whatever you want to do, Partey can play in that position where Odegaard is to play. I'm not saying he won't do it to the level of. Why couldn't you play a midfield of Jorginho, Partey, Rice?
We can't, because none of them has that quality.
That is what I'm saying. Don't give us the quality of Odegaard. Don't do what Odegaard is doing. But his two legs in that same pattern of play. Mikel came back and was playing on paper what people were saying was a 4-4-2, bringing Trossard to play behind the striker. Trossard was kind of trying to do that role, but there was too much space for Trossard to cover, and he couldn't. We were nullifying Trossard basically.
So the thing for me, I've said this before. See, some things are easier said than done. Otherwise, we won't be singing the praises of Odegaard if everybody can do what he does. You understand? Now the thing is, I believe this season, probably last season, Arteta's approach would have been different. But I feel Arteta prioritizes, winning,
not losing again.
You understand? And as such, look at his team, you look at his squad, and you feel this is the best I can put out, coupled with experience, defensive solidity, and all of that. And in fairness to him, prior to the game, even the Bournemouth game, I felt if it were not the red card, I would have gotten a positive result. You understand? So prior to that game, we were not doing. In fact, I remember some of my friends saying we don't even need Odegaard at some point. You understand? Because we're getting results. You understand? So, but how long can you stretch that for? So I don't. It's a function of quality, and that's why I feel. Let's see what happens next summer. I feel he should have learned now. Now, somebody like me understands. Many people disagree, and I understand them as well. It's an Nwaneri. There's no question about it. He is the heir apparent, but I don't want him to just be the heir apparent or the guy. I want them to play together, because I believe the best form of defense is offense. Put your offensive player there, dominate possession, create chances after chance, and all. It might not be all the time. However, if we are going to find ourselves in this kind of situation in the future, say next season, if Arteta knows he doesn't trust Ethan enough to start game, then he better go to the market and get someone that could play, the Odegaard role, or find an alternative that will not make us boring and that will not make us not win game. No, you understand? So it's a very big question for Arteta next season. But we still have a lot of games to play this season. But overall, it was
a good game.
It was a very good game. Second half not as impressive as the first, but I understand we needed control and all of that. But we made in the first half, Nottingham Forest had no shot on target. You understand? Back to clean sheets. Solid defensive, solid in the midfield, and we created a lot of chances. I'm so happy about yesterday's game.
I said it before the game. I said our title charge starts today against Nottingham Forest. Our title charge, and Mikel Arteta delivered. Now I noticed something about that game. I don't know if every other person saw it. With Kai Havertz being in that game, did you notice we were a bit more fluid in front with Gabriel? I know Jesus will not give you goals for some reason. I don't know what is going on with that man. God knows how many minutes he has played without scoring. But there is a fluidity to his game that he brings. They link up with Saka and Odegaard and stuff. So if there was if there was that element of goal scoring to Gabriel Jesus, I don't think this over-reliance on Havertz, something has to change. But my own is, if this guy starts picking up in January, that means there's no striker for us. Do you think we still need a striker come January transfer window for us if we are going to seriously challenge right now Liverpool for the title?
Well, whether Gabriel Jesus scores or not, whether Havertz scores or not, we've seen these players multiple seasons in the Premier League. There is no single. I don't care if they start scoring hat-tricks tomorrow, which I know wouldn't happen anyways. We need a striker. Or at best, we need a goal-scoring forward. Do you understand? There's no shadow of doubt, in my mind. Now, both Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz are fantastic players. They have their qualities, they have what they bring to the team. But I feel if you are going to aim at winning a major title, neither of those two guys can be your main man up front. I respect them. I believe they are professional, and I believe they are doing their best. But as far as Gabriel Jesus is concerned, it does a whole lot of good things. But if you are the striker, your priority or your primary statistic that people judge you by is his last EPL goals was away at Nottingham Forest in January. That's about a year without scoring the EPL. Of course, he's had his injuries and all of that, but he's had chances. He played 90 minutes yesterday. You understand? See, I understand there is emotional attachment and all of that. I understand when he came, he lifted Arsenal as a team to another level. But the question is, do we want to continue with because we had a good result? And no. See, we have to look at the big picture. And the big picture is, if that is, see, you sabi me. I want us to win league, but even if we don't win, I'm still happy with the team. I'll still support the team. I will talk the one where I see. But the question is, if we won't win, you understand the league, either this season or next season, I feel we need someone that could pass that ball easily inside. My money will be on someone like Oli Watkins that can also involve, in the build-up. Look at yesterday. And the reason why we're so much reliant on Havertz and why the whole thing changed at the middle of last season was because Gabriel Jesus was not scoring. Havertz was not primarily brought in to be a striker. I can sit and argue with Arteta. Of course, he would be right, he would disagree and all of that. But Havertz was started primarily as a midfielder, but he was not working well. Unfortunately for Gabriel Jesus, he does not bring the goals in. He had problem with his injury, and we know that Havertz can also play.
Now I remember vividly the first game of
and Havertz was playing there, and he was, aside from him getting goals, there's the physicality component that I didn't know too much about, to be honest, with Havertz, and he did very well. So that was completely understandable. But I feel I would not sell either of them, because I know Gabriel Jesus can deputize or can also play on the right wing where Saka plays. You understand? You can also, you might have injuries and all of that. You can fill them in, as a number 9 as well. But we need a coach. That's if we want to really win a title, because we've done in the last 2 seasons. I believe we've done very well.
We need a striker, 100%. We need a striker. So we're looking at the Premier League.
But we're not going to do anything in January. This is Arsenal, and we've been supporting this club for a very long time. We already have our signing and Odegaard and all of them back.
Hopefully something different happens in January. But looking at the Premier League table, obviously Liverpool seem to be running away with it. 8 points ahead of second position City, and clearly 9 points ahead of, I think, the rest of us. That will be Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton, and 3 of us all on 22 points. So I don't know. I don't want to say this. The race is not yet.
I don't understand.
Everybody keeps on saying that we've just. But if this thing remains like this and we get into the new year,
let us get into the new year first. Now they are going to play Man City next week.
Yeah, that will be a big
one. You understand? So
definitely there'll be points dropped next week, and hopefully I just want them to share the spoils. That will be the best result for everybody. If we go and do the job against West Ham.
Was it 2014-15? I might be wrong. After this stage of the game, Liverpool was on top, and Man City was ninth. You understand? And Man City eventually won the league that season.
I don't think it was this much though.
I'm telling you that it's not be today. See, this Man City.
I believe every team is going to have that injury woe. They'll have that time. I'm not even banking on injuries. Yeah, I feel like we have gone through a little spell. We've had gone without.
I don't belong. My own is I don't belong in this school of thought where people after a couple of games you're out of the league. Oh, somebody is running. No, it's just 12 games. We're not even in the midway yet. You understand? A lot of things can change. 4 weeks ago, if someone told you that Man City was going to lose 3 games on the bounce,
everything,
you go put your house on top, say possible. You understand? So I feel it's an interesting season. Liverpool has been absolutely brilliant. Their game today was up because they shouldn't. Again, it shows Southampton's, because 3 goals conceded by them today were all self-inflicted goals. It was so painful. I can imagine being a Southampton fan. But again, that's what a proper team.
I don't think Southampton, they don't learn.
You understand? They capitalize on all those errors, and they capitalize really well. And superstars, world-class players like Mohamed Salah will always come out and get. You understand? So I feel it's too early. No doubt about it. Liverpool are flying. They're playing well. They're getting results. But let's see where we are in January before we can talk about them running away or not.
Quickly, let's just one word: Tottenham, Man City. No, rather Man City, Tottenham, because that was at the Etihad.
Yeah.
What do you think has gone wrong for City?
Well, number one thing that has gone wrong for City is that they don't have Rodri. Rodri there's no doubt about it, is the most important player in their squad. And we saw it last season when he was out for a couple of games. I think 4 games, they lost 3 out of those 4 games. And I feel the importance of Rodri was significantly underestimated. We all know it was important.
So do you think if Rodri comes into this team, they start flying again?
I think whether Rodri comes or not, they will still start flying. It is Pep Guardiola. He has managed crisis. Well, not this kind of crisis, but he has reshuffled his team and found solution and all of that. I think they will still, and I would never count them out
100%.
At any point.
100%.
But bring them from Tottenham. But more importantly, also, you see, football is a game of confidence. There's no doubt about this. Their confidence is significantly knocked, and that for me is a bigger challenge because they've never. So that boils down to where exactly will be their approach at Liverpool, because they will be conscious and there will be self-doubt as well. So let's see what happens next weekend, because if there's self-doubt, Liverpool will punish them.
And lastly, Ruben Amorim, we've seen his first game.
Yeah, Mr. Amorim, welcome to the EPL. Welcome to.
I said it earlier on, bro. It's not going to be easy.
Welcome.
This is Ipswich. They are closer to the bottom than they are to anywhere near mid-table. And you've gone to Portland Road and look.
On another day, they would have lost that game. But Delap was very brilliant. Odana, absolutely.
2 of the saves he made today, I'm telling you now, they probably will be nominated for save of the season and probably win it. I saw this guy making himself
big. Yeah, brilliant from Odana. I'm happy for him. He's having a very good season.
So I think this their new style, this new 3-4. Man United, I'm sorry to say, see the lead. Look, mark my words here, when this man settles, when he's ready to play, I don't think they need to be part of this.
So one of my friends said the same thing, that he would need time and bring his player and all of that, which was the same thing they did for Ten Hag. Ten Hag brought all his Ayers boys. So this one too will bring all his guys. In next year they will be sacked, and the next person comes. See, bro, the thing is that the problem with United is that it will take time. Would they be reasonable enough to give the manager that time without the stupid pressure.
If they don't give this guy time to do what he needs to do, then I don't.
So the problem is, I'm very sure if you go listen to Rio Ferdinand and the Gary Nevilles and the Paul Scholes and the Roy Keane after this game, you see that the pressure has started. No, Man United should not do this. No,
yeah.
They will neglect the fact that a new manager has come trying to imbibe a new system that they are probably not played before and all of that, and changes will happen. It will identify those that can play properly in the system and all of that. So see, Man United's problem, as far as I'm concerned, it's not primarily the manager, it's the system itself. And I've said this several, they have to forget about their past to start with and start rebuilding and later call on that past, to ginger themselves. But all this, if you like, go carry Pep Guardiola instead with sweats.
And of all the people from this system, today, I think the person that's going to benefit most from this system, Amad Diallo.
I disagree. I know you're going to talk about Amad. I don't want to see Amad play wing back or
no,
whatever.
The way the guy is defending and tracking going forward,
the guy will die. Well, let's see. But I love Amad. I love Amad.
Yeah.
Very brilliant going forward. I feel all those now like Saka. All these people should be giving that. But let's see. But I don't want. Look at there was. After their goal, the next opportunity Ipswich had was strong from that side. It's not easy. But exactly. So if he can learn quickly, but let's see. It's fresh. Welcome into the disaster called Manchester.
Welcome to the disaster called Manchester Amorim. That one ended 1-1. Manchester Ipswich 1, Manchester United 1. I think Kieran McKenna will be happy with that scoreline.
And Ipswich played very well.
Ipswich played very well, but they still remain 18th on the table. And breaking news, Leicester sacked their manager today. But that one was there was nothing as clear as that was going to happen.
Because there were rumor about no, not rumor really. There were just noises about Angie as well, because Angie lost to Ipswich, before the break and all of that, and he went to Manchester and destroyed.
Now Spurs will remain Spurs. I feel they play Fulham at home. I have a strong feeling that Tottenham might not get all 3 points in that.
Then the batsman they from the rich and give to the poor.
Well, we like them. Yeah. Salam. Let's call it a day.
Yeah.
I said it. Our title charge has officially started against Nottingham Forest. Next time out, we go to West Ham.
Yeah, before West Ham, we
are going to Portugal. And Mikel Arteta has actually rested some players. I think Havertz starts on Tuesday. Yeah. I don't know if Rice is fit enough to start with it. He had a toe injury or something. He was on the bench, so I guess Rice starts. Partey played only 45 minutes, so he should be fresh. Defenders, thankfully, everybody they came out unscathed in that game, because it feels like every game somebody picks up a knock and of everybody come with the foreman.
I will need to consolidate this win with a win at West Ham.
100%.
This will not be all those debating for any longer.
Bro, last season we beat them 6-0 there, so I'm not too. That was one of the best games of our season last season. So yeah, thank you guys so much, man. You remain your backyard football community. We're talking football, pure, raw. No excess gimmicks. So if you're here, I beg you, give us a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.